A quick story time. I can see the comments here right in front of me really good. So yes. So I remember when it was 2021 and the narcissist came back. But here's what happened though. So I was in rooms like this. You see how we sitting here talking and having these type of conversations. I was in rooms like this, listening to stuff. My big brother, like Hario, I give him credit all the time, okay? Because he helped me through this. But I remember I used to sit in his room in his live, and we would talk about stuff like this. Alicia know, because that's where we met in Hario's live and stuff. So we would talk about these type of conversations, and I felt pretty good, like I'm learning about the narcissist. And when you're around people like us, you feel much stronger, like you get stronger, you become much stronger, and you feel better when you're around like-minded people and you're getting the knowledge, you're getting the information. It feels different. So what happened was, yeah, Hario, he's the man, okay? So what happened for me was that I was getting all this information and I was getting all this knowledge. And I remember there was a particular game that was being played one time, and the game was saying, when they would say like, who's the first to do this? Or, for example, like, who spend the most money? And you point to your partner. Who always apologizes first after an argument? And, whichever one of you guys. So that game, and it was around that time when everybody was kind of quarantined home and all of these things. And I remember there was constantly tension because he came back, and I was like really happy that things was getting better on a different level. That's what I thought, because he came back showing himself, and, but he was kind of impressed at the fact that the house looked so beautiful, because he had promised me that he was going to help me to get the materials to renovate the kitchen, which he bailed on me, of course, right? They never keep their word. He bailed on me, and then came back after the kitchen was put in to try to, find himself back in. So, but he wasn't expecting it to be done. When he walked in and really saw the place, he was impressed and looking around, and, but he would constantly pick arguments. But I'm thinking like things are really good right now, and we're in a pretty good space. Y'all, this man, there was like little tension. And I said, you know what? I've been listening to these rooms, like, when we sit like this, and we've been sitting in these huddles, talking and having these conversations. And I remember watching that game that the couples were playing. And I said, you know what? Let me ask this man a question. So I said to him, I was like, when there's an argument, who's the first to apologize? And without hesitation, he said, you. That moment, I knew for sure he knew what he was doing. In that moment, it might seem simple to some people, but in that moment, I knew he knew what he was doing. He had no doubt that he knew what he was doing in that moment. When he said it, that I'm the first one to apologize after an argument, then I already know. Yeah, you know what you're doing. You didn't hesitate, because you intentionally create an argument, create problems, and then you don't try to make peace because you're saying that I'm the one who normally does it all the time. That's how intentional these narcissists are. But when he came back, I could see what he was doing. So here's something, right? Because while he was away, we were separated for 11 months, doing our own thing, living our lives, and, doing our own thing. I wanted a better relationship with God. So I was praying more. I was reading my Bible. I was fasting, cleaning the house, renovation, and all these things that I was doing. And I was getting word and downloads from the Holy Spirit. And I started to watch, like, the book of, for example, like the book of Job, or, the book of Jeremiah, or the book of Ruth. So I was watching these books on YouTube, and he came on board, like, showing me signs that he's into what I'm into now. And he's sitting there with me, watching all of these stuff and doing it with me. And I'm, getting my buy-in. And I'm feeling a little comfortable, even a little impressed to see that he's going on and turning on the TV and putting these things on first. Even before me, he would just put it on because he knows I'm going to watch one of these shows. Or I would see him ahead of time doing it without even me watching it with him. And I was just like, wait, what happened with this thing? Why am I getting such a fight tonight? Why am I getting such a fight? Like, the thing just stopped, but whatever. He would put it on the TV way ahead of time of me and watching it. And I used to think to myself, like, wait, he's into this more than me? Like, wait, what? He was showing all the signs like, yeah, I'm watching this more than you. So even when I wasn't around, he was watching it, and I would just stand and watch it like, But he was studying what I was into. So everything that I'm doing, because he noticed that this is different from me. So he wanted to be a part of what I'm doing. See, when a narcissist comes around you, they're studying everything that you're doing, every move that you're making. So they want to get more into what you're doing so they can understand how important this is to you. So they'll sit back and they'll enjoy the ride with you, and they'll study things with you, and they'll do things with you. They'll put on a show and give you the best foot forward because they need to see like what changes have you made, because clearly you're doing something different and I don't know this version of you. So I need to study this version of you so that I can destroy this version of you, because every time you're getting better. So you might think that the narcissist came back because they've changed and they want some parts of you now for you guys to evolve and grow and build this relationship. The truth is the narcissist didn't change. They just noticed that you're changing, and they realize that you still have a little bit of hope left in you. You still got some room in you to take torture. You still got a little bit of room in you to get taken advantage of. So what the narcissist does is that they come back and they put on a show and they'll pretend to do all the things that you've ever wanted them to do. They're going to do it. But the main goal for the narcissist is to really get you in isolation. So they're watching all the new things that you have done, the things that you have improved upon. They're watching these things, and their goal now is to get you to steer away from your support group. So their goal is to ensure that you see everything wrong with everyone around you except for them. So by them coming back into your life, you're not realizing that you're shutting down the people around you that loves you, that cares about you, and is supporting you, or basically was supporting you when the narcissist left you on your face. They don't want you to see these things. They come back telling you everything you want to hear and want to repair and fix every single thing that was the issue. When he came back, I'm thinking that we're turning a new leaf in our relationship, because now he's talking about God with me. We're watching the movies together. We're learning about stuff, and he's talking about it, seeming very interesting, giving me hope, making me believe like this is something good, like we're moving on to something great here. And I'm getting to buy in. But then I would notice that this ain't real. But he held on the show. He put on the show for a good period of time, because they're really good at doing that, okay? And they'll put on the show for a good period of time just to get your attention in and just to get your buy-in, to get you hooked in for a period of time. Hey, Damar, welcome in. I appreciate you for joining the live. Thank you so much. So let's just ask ourselves this question. Why did the narcissist return? Why does narcissist return? Do you guys have any clue? Hey, D, welcome in, D Flow. I appreciate you. Do you have any clue? All right. Well, here's one. They come back when they can sense that you're moving on. Simple. I'm just going to drop some simple tips, simple hints, simple stuff that you might take for granted or don't realize that this is why the narcissists come back, but they can sense that you're moving on. The narcissist can sense that you're healing, you're doing better, and you're evolving and taking care of yourself. That's one of the reasons that a narcissist will come back, because they can see that you're doing better for yourself. You're starting to make notes because you realize that everything that they do is the same. Nothing changed. Yes, Danielle, it's a cycle. You're going to see the cycle repeat itself. And when you see like how you watch, when we sit here and gather and have these type of conversations here, right? When you have these conversations, you're going to be stronger. You're going to gain a level of strength and knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Yes, you're going to be gaining all of these here. And then they're going to see that you're healing, that you're recovering, that you're doing better. They're going to see these things and then want to get back with you. So they can tell that you're healing. They can tell that something is working. They can tell that you're being influenced by something positive, and they can see that you have a support group because you're operating different and you're actually avoiding them. You're giving them no contact. See, the thing about a narcissist is that you might think that you're giving them one word answer, or you're being short with them, or, you know, you're being a little distant. You think that you're in control of that situation because you think you're doing great. The thing about a narcissist is that they do not respect your boundary. They don't value you. They do not respect you. And for the simple fact that you're even entertaining them, they know you haven't fully healed. They know you're trying. They can tell that you're trying, but they know that you're not all the way yet. You still lack boundaries. Your self-esteem is still low, and you're still entertaining them. So when you do these things, you might think that you have control over this situation, but for the simple fact that you invite them back home, or you invite them in your space, in your environment, or you're interacting with them, that's all they need. Even if it's a one-word answer you're giving them, trust and believe. That's more than enough communication. That's more than enough information that a narcissist can use to know that there's still some hope there. There's a little fire flame still flickering, and they know they could come back. They know there's room for them to come back, because they're not done, or you're not fully done with them. See, when you're done with a narcissist, you don't need to worry about what's going on with the narcissist, okay? You let them go and you let them be, and you're going about your business. But here's what happened. They start to lower you back in and start to make excuses for their behaviors. But because you're so vulnerable, and they know that you're weak to them because you're addicted. So this is an addiction. So if you think about a person who's addicted to a particular thing, when you take that thing away, they're having that withdrawal period. So they'll fight through the withdrawal period, but they're still in that vulnerable stage that if they're still associating themselves around the very thing that they're addicted to, chances are they're going to have a relapse. So when the narcissists return, they return because they're your relapse. You're going to get right back into where you were with things. And this time they came back with a vengeance. Okay. So they need new supply. So sometimes a narcissist will return because they went out for another supply, and the supply is not as weak as you are. Okay. So things aren't really working out the way they thought it was going to work out, and the narcissist came back for you. So that's another reason that the narcissist will come back, is because they realize that that supply that they gave you up for or dumped you for is going to take a little bit more work. And at this point, they're exhausted. So they realize that you still have not matured. You still have not moved on. So they come back to gain control over you because they already had that control. And because you broke away once, now they want to regain that level of control over you. So they're not done with you yet. You might think you're strong. You might think you got this. But remember, they're your weakness. And think about how they've treated you before. It's no reason that you should be sitting there going back with a narcissist. Think about how they really treated you before. Why would you want to go back and sit in that situation and sit in that? Why would you want to go back and sit in that? But you're not seeing that in the moment. You're thinking that you're stronger now and you're doing better. So you think that it's okay to move on with the narcissist. Hey, it don't work like that, okay? They also test you to see if you're still foolish and if they could still manipulate you. They want to know if you're still that toy that they could get to play with. They want to know if they could still manipulate you, play with your emotion, play with your feelings. As a matter of fact, if they could still tell you these lies and you buy them, okay? So the narcissist wants to know, can they still manipulate you? Are you still weak? Are you still weak to what they're going to tell you, the things that they're going to do? Are you still weak? So those are some of the reasons, if you ask yourself, why would the narcissist come back? It's just for control. It was control the first time around. It was never for love. And you know that it wasn't for love, because when you assess and evaluate how they treated you, you know that was not for love. There was no way that was love. You know that that was not love, okay? They want to give you this hope. So you're hopeful because you're thinking they've changed. You're still future faking it with them. You're still in that stage where the future plans that they faked with you and never made effort to complete these future plans, you're still hanging on to the fake hope, the false self of what they promised you. And you can't let go of that fake hope. So they know that you're still holding on to the false hope. They know that you're still holding on to the false belief. So they're selling you a dream and you're still buying it. You didn't let it go. Want to ask me how I know you didn't let it go? You're entertaining them. It's so easy to know that you didn't let them go. It's so easy to know that you still have hope, and they want to sell you these false hope for you to believe in them, okay? I'm looking at here. Oh, thanks, Alicia. Alicia's reminding you guys to smash the like button, okay? When you pop in, just go ahead and smash the like button. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. And we're super excited to have you hanging out with us tonight, okay? So yes, please go ahead and smash the like button. So let me see. I have another point because what I did take a couple of notes, right? So another reason that you might think, I appreciate you, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So whenever the narcissist comes around, right, you're going to find yourself starting to cut ties with other people because the narcissist still wants you in isolation. They want you to themselves. They want you to remember that they love you. They care about you. They want you to take your time, be patient with them while they violate your boundaries. And you're here being hopeful that they have changed. They're starting to love you. They're starting to respect you. And you're thinking that they're respecting your boundaries and you're believing that they have changed. See, we don't measure things. We're too happy. We're very excited to really hop into things with the narcissist and move things along because they're telling us what we want to hear. And we're thinking that this is what it is. So we tend to start rationalize their behavior. We make excuses for their behavior because we're hopeful. So when you're in that state of hope with the narcissist, you start to be you start making excuses for them. You don't see the truth anymore. You don't see the reality of what really took place in a relationship. You don't see the hurt. You don't see the abuse. You see your abuser and you want to comfort and protect your abuser. So in that moment, you're not thinking about how this person hurt you, how they treated you poorly, and what they did to you. You're not seeing these things because you're hopeful. So now you start to rationalize their behavior. You make excuses for their behavior. You start to fill in the blank. One of the excuses that I used to make for the narcissist was that maybe he didn't grow up. Maybe he didn't know any better, Maybe he wasn't exposed to some of these things. And maybe it's because of some of the things that he experienced in his life, why he's, doing these things to me or why he's treating me like this. Maybe because he wasn't exposed to stuff. Maybe he had a hard life or a hardship growing up and stuff like that. So you find yourself in situations where you're making excuses for the narcissist. You're finding ways to simplify the behavior that it's not so bad, like it's not like they took my life or anything, I'm still breathing or whatever, like it wasn't that bad. I'm still here. And you rationalize these behavior, you fill in the blank, and you really are looking at the part of things where you believe that they could do better. You do believe that the narcissist is recovering, they have changed, and they're doing better because they're giving you little snippets of hope. They're giving you little images of what it could look like, right? So if I did decide to change, this is what it would look like. So, hey, I'm showing you it's possible. Remember, this was the same thing they showed you while you guys were together. This is the same traumatic cycle. This is the same traumatic abuse. So right now, you're in a high. When the narcissist returns, you're on a high because they can see that you were healing, you were doing things for yourself, and you were getting better and you were getting the help. So you're on that high. So they know they got to level up to meet you at where you are. So they're going to mimic you, and they're going to mimic a lot of your behaviors because they want to show you that they're capable of doing these things. And you don't understand, behind your back, they're bitter. They're angry at the fact that you're making them put in all this work. They're upset that you're causing them to put in all this work. So they're actually pretty upset with you right now. What? So you're telling me that I need to put in effort? I need to put in time? I need to put on a show? Yes, that's exactly what the narcissist is doing. They're putting on a show, but you don't see it that way because you're on a level where you've been getting the support. We've been meeting like this. We've been having these conversations, and you're learning about the narcissist. So you're recovering, and they can sense, like I said in the beginning, they can sense that you're healing. They can sense that you're doing better, and you're getting better with yourself, and they can feel these things. So they know they have to put on their strongest game because they need to defeat you. So they have to match up with you to be able to take you down. So you're not going to see it because it's just like in the beginning when they came on to you strong and was doing the love bombing in the beginning. This is another way how they're doing the love bombing, but it's afterwards because now they're already in the door. This is somebody that you have romantic ties with. This is somebody that you have a romantic relationship with, and you already have ties with them. So it's easy for them to come back in the door. It's easy for them to just pick up where they left off because you guys are not new to each other, okay? Like they'll say, old fire sticks are easy to catch, right? So if you strike a match with the old fire stick, it's going to light up pretty quickly because the flames are there. The spark is there already. So you just need to light that match and it's going to go off. And then that yearning and longing and desire of not being together, you're desiring each other so bad. As much as you think you're fighting yourself, you're holding back. All those feelings are coming back of the good times. And that's what you find yourself start banking on, is all those good time feelings, okay? So don't feel bad. Hey, Kamar. Hey, welcome in. You were bullied in elementary school, junior high school, and you shared that with your ex, and he took advantage in the worst way. I don't wish these clowns on my worst enemy. That, you see what I'm talking about? That's what they do. That's what I'm saying. They take these information, they document them, and they use them as weapon to get back at you. Okay, so yeah, I'm just saying. A narcissist is a narcissist, okay? Stop trying to heal a narcissist. Stop trying to recover a narcissist. When you find out that a person is a narcissist, you need to excuse yourself and you need to get out of that, okay? The time you sit there trying to recover them, trying to see if they're healed, trying to see if they're going to do better, you will focus on getting yourself better, because for the simple fact that somebody who treated you so poorly, you're going to sit down and wonder if they're going to get better. It obviously tells that you don't even love yourself as much as you think you do, because you're too focused in their success and their recovery. What about yours? You have so much psychological damage to take care of. You have so much mental damage to take care of. The cognitive dissonance and things that you're experiencing need to be healed. So the time you're busy focusing on what's going on with the narcissist, how they're doing, how they're healing, you see what they're doing? They're still gaining control. They're still gaining control because now your focus is on them. As much as you think you're focusing on yourself, the narcissist has a play to do in your life, okay? You're not done, and they're not done with you as yet, okay? So how they come back worse than before, okay? How does the narcissist really come back and it's worse than before? You want to know why? Just like what Kamar just said in the comment section, she said she had some information that she shared with him. So now the narcissist is going to come back with a more calculated approach. This ain't I'm telling y'all, okay? This is not your average approach. When they come back, the narcissist comes back with a more calculated approach, because it's very strategic. It's very structured out, it's very planned out, and they're going step by step, detail by detail, and they know exactly how they're going to tear you down because you left room for them to let them know that there's still hope and you still believe in them. So they're coming back and they're very calculated in this time around, okay? This is not this game that they're coming back with is gonna be their best game ever, okay? And it's stronger this time. So they know they have to put in a lot more effort. They know they have to put in a lot more time into it. And their game this time around is way stronger than before. It's never going to be aggressive. So let's take that out the mix, okay? You're going to be looking for snippets of them to fumble, okay? You're going to look for snippets of them to rage and break, but they know that they didn't get you back in all the way yet. So they're not going to break, okay? They might tell you, they might have a little breakdown moment because you're doing too much. And then when they have that breakdown moment, they're going to let you know that they're stressed out, they're overwhelmed, and this is so hard, and they're going to do the boo-hoo cry because they know that you're putting them through the ringer and they need your empathy. So they're going to do this boo-hoo cry stuff and get your emotions, because that's the only, if you're putting them through the ringer too hard, they're going to do a breakdown moment. They're going to cry these crocodile tears, and they're going to use this to get back your attention because they need your empathy. So when you're putting up this tough exterior and you're putting on this show to act all macho and strong and thinking that you can overcome them, no, what they're doing in that moment is that they need your energy. So they're willing to break down and cry and show you that vulnerability in order to get you hooked back in. And once you start to comfort them and console them during this time, boom, that's it. That's it. I think my iPad is, I need to charge my iPad, y'all. I'm sorry. Hey, I'll just take a quick intermission break, y'all, and just tell you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for tapping the screen, liking the content, and sharing the live. Like, go ahead and share it out with someone, you know, a friend, a family, someone. Go ahead and share the live out to anyone that you know. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for coming back. I've been noticing that I have over 100 return subscribers, return followers, return supporters, return family members. Like, thank y'all so much for returning. Like, that's incredible to me, okay? 100 people really want to hear something that I have to say. Like, who am I? Like, you know, who am I? That 100 people decided that they wanted to come back, they wanted to hear more stuff, and they want to learn more about narcissists. See, that's what I'm talking about. Let's empower each other to become the greatest version of ourselves and to get better at this thing, okay? That's what we're going for. See, the narcissist did not want me to have this conversation tonight, y'all. So for those of you who's getting the real juice, the meat, the potatoes right now, oh, we had listen, the chat could tell you, we had real technical difficulties earlier, okay? No audio. Well, we was having audio, but no video. The picture cut off, frozen. Listen, okay? Listen. Not today. Not today. We gonna talk about this, okay? Not today. Danielle said, let me get into some of you guys' comments and then I'll jump right back into the chat. Let me get into the comments. Danielle says, what did Danielle say? She says, I feel resentful at what's been happening this whole time, the games, the cruelty, the craziness, etc. So Danielle, I'm with you. I want to be upset and I wanted to be upset, right? But look at tonight's topic. Hey, pretty girl Rock. Hey, gorgeous. Hey, gorgeous. How's it going? How are you feeling? So I really wanted to get upset, right, Danielle? I'm with you. I'm with you. But you know the one thing that kept me from really getting mad, like I was in the moment of getting mad, getting angry, getting upset, and really would everything in me would pop him or, you know, like break him in half or snap him or something, like, you know, that kind of feeling. But I keep coming back to myself. See, that's the only conviction that I get, is that I allow this. Yeah. You see, when you have those reality moments, you really cannot blame the narcissist for what you allowed, you know? And maybe these are not the words that you want to hear, but you know I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. You know I'm gonna keep it real with you, okay? I'm gonna keep it real with you. Every time I think about being angry with the narcissist, I realize that this was necessary for me to learn this. It was necessary because it forced me to set healthy boundaries. It forced me in a position to value myself. It forced me to be the better version of myself. It forced me to now I can stand up to not take disrespect or allow people to treat me this way anymore. And it's okay for me to walk away from things that doesn't serve me. It's okay to understand my value. It's okay now to understand my worth. You don't have the time for me. You second place me. You put me here, or you treat me less than. Immediate exit. Mission terminated. Okay. I wasn't like that before when I was with the narcissist. I gave him chances and he took those for weaknesses. It's not like I was weak. It's not like I was a weak person, but you know what a narcissist is going to do. Okay. They're going to take your kindness for weakness. Let me bring this up a little bit. Sorry. They're going to take your kindness for weakness because they think that you're a weak person. They think that somehow something is wrong with you and you're a weak individual. You're wrong. You're wrong, mister or ma'am. You know, you're wrong. A narcissist think that you're weak. But the thing about it is they don't understand when you're fed up and you're sick and tired of doing the same thing over and over, you realize that you're on that narcissistic hamster wheel and this is all redundant. Yeah, you're going to get up and leave. So I'm with you, Danielle. I ain't going to lie to you, but it made you a better person. And if you hold that anger and rage and resentment inside of you, you're holding on. They're still controlling you. Okay. That's the part of you that they still control. Your thought process, your decision making, your outlook on things. They're still controlling that. So if you start to forgive them and release them and let them go, then you'll start to understand that you really made a poor decision and your selection was off. So that's an area that you can improve upon. That's an area of improvement, an area where you can do better. You can learn how to vet better. You can learn how to make better selection. You can learn how to, improve yourself. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I know we want to get angry with the narcissist for all of these things and trust and believe. Yes, I'm with you. But after I get angry, after I get upset, after I get mad and, you wicked, nasty son of like after I really go through and get mad and say, then I'm like, damn, but I allowed it though. Yep. Yeah. I get mad, angry, cross. If that person come near me, done immediately, done. No good again, done. You hear me? No. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I think about for done this, man, boy, I'm looking at the mirror and say, I me do this to myself. I did it to myself. So I had to take accountability and I had to own it. And that's where you start to rebuild your confidence. You start to learn how to set healthy boundaries. And you're not angry, because there's a difference if you're angry, and there's a difference when you understand yourself. You don't allow people to disrespect you and walk all over you and treat you poorly. Like, you don't accept that anymore. So for me, there was so much growing up that I needed to do. There was so much that I needed to learn about myself. There was so much that I need to value myself. So now that I've learned all of these things and I coach a lot, I can already hear by speaking to a client how they're doing. I can already hear that they're still hopeful that the narcissist is going to change, and they're sticking around for the change. And I would try to talk to them to say, hey, if the narcissist changed, then that's okay. But why are you so fixated on the narcissist changing for you? That's actually selfish. That's not love. Okay, that's actually manipulative, because you want them to change for you. You want to reap the benefit of them changing. And that's really selfish. That's selfish. And all they want to do is control you. So you see how you guys are really still trauma bonded together? In a situation like that, you guys are still trauma bonded together because you're still invested in the narcissist changing. And then the narcissist just want to control you. So you're still yearning for them and they're still yearning for you. So both of you guys are yearning for each other. So you guys are still on the opposite end and drawing each other together with that trauma. So you guys are bonding together and intertwining with your trauma. So you guys are meeting together with trauma, because they want to control you and you're telling them, hey, I still love you. And they're like, but I just want to control you. I'm the puppet master and this is what I want to do with you. You know, control you. And you're sitting over here like, I believe in you. You're going to change somehow. And they're like, you dummy, you come here. Let me control you. Ha ha ha. I know. Sorry. Sorry. Hey. I was not trying to be rude, but I'm just saying, hey, that's what it really is, okay? It's listen, you know it's a whole clown show, okay? It's a real clown show when you stop and think about it. But when you're so in love with the narcissist and they return, you don't realize that this is all a part of the plan. This is all calculated. They came for blood, okay? They came back with a vengeance, but you don't see it. Because you see the best in the narcissist. You see how, if they would change, if they would change and be the better person, then yes, I can see us being better. Stop wanting them to change and accept them for who they are. And if they change, okay, so let them change. Why are you so invested in their change? Because you want to reap the benefits, because you've invested so much. See, that's the problem. We invest so much money, effort, time, attention. We put so much investment in these narcissists that we want a return on our investment. That be the problem. We want a return on it's my money and I want it now. Like you're saying to yourself, like, that's my narcissist and I want him now, or I want her now. I've invested so much time and effort into this narcissist. They showed me some fakeness in the beginning and I'm after it. I want more. You're going to treat me right. You're going to do right by me. So I'm not leaving this relationship until I see this through and see that you change. And I'm sticking around for it. And I ain't going nowhere. That's how you really sound. That's exactly how you sound when you sit around waiting for a narcissist to change. You're telling them, listen, I have some more punches in me. I have some more space on my body to take more punches. So yes, they come back very calculated. They have studied your weakness. They know your weakness and they're going to use your weakness against you. That's how they love bomb you in the first place, because they saw your reaction to affection. They saw your reaction to certain things. So they know your weaknesses and they're coming back. And they're going to use those weaknesses against you. They're going to use those weaknesses to pull you back in, to lure you back in, to torture you. But you don't see this. I'm telling y'all, the return of the narcissist is the realest part of this, okay? Because you're believing that they've changed. You're believing a lot of the fakeness, a lot of the foolery, but you don't understand what's taking place or what's happening right now. So you're sitting there wanting to expand a relationship, build upon things, and you don't even know what you're in for because you're still in the addiction phase. You're still an addict. You need time to recover. You need time to heal from this. It don't just happen overnight. It really don't. And you know what the part is, y'all? Is when they start with the gaslighting, and then the gaslighting become intense. Like they amp it up, like the gaslight, and you're wondering, like, how could you be so cruel? But guess what? Like I said, you're hopeful. You want to see this through. So that's why I'm saying, Danielle, I can't even be like, we got to take some accountability for this. Like that's why we're here having these conversations right now, because we really have to take some accountability for the role that we play in this. For real. Because you went back for more. You didn't have enough. It wasn't enough all these times already. You wanted more. So you got to take accountability for all of these things happening and the role that You played in this, you know, you want more. So now the manipulation, the gaslighting, that's on high, that's on 10. If it was on 10 before, it's at 100 right now. They have pumped it up so bad that you won't even listen when they done with you this time around, or you gonna wish you didn't go back. You gonna wish you had listened to somebody that tried to help you. You gonna hope and pray that you didn't. Now you're going to be angry with the narcissist. Now you're going to be mad with the narcissist because you're like, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have believed this. But it might take a year or two. Remember the time frame I'm giving you and watch out. Come back and tell me later. I'm going to be here. I enjoy this, okay? I enjoy helping you to become the greatest version of yourself, but you have to want to help you too, you know? You're not going to see the changes that you're making. You're not going to see how you have altered everything that you're doing to accommodate the narcissist. You have changed everything to now make them, you know, the center of your attention. And that's why I'm saying, though, I have a client right now, and he's very invested in his lady's return, which I'm all for it, okay? If you believe that she can change, I'm with you, okay? Do you? I would never object to that. But remember, when God removes an idol from your life, because a narcissist is your idol, a narcissist is your priority, a narcissist is your God, okay? When God removes an idol from your life and you place back that idol in your life, you're telling God that he's not good at his job. You're better at it. Okay? Because you don't know patience, and you don't know how to humble yourself, and you don't know how to let God have his way. You hear what I'm saying? So that was your idol. That was your God. And you decided that your God removed that idol because you wasn't giving him all of you. But now you go and you return and put back that idol in place that God removed. Watch what's going to happen. Listen. Watch what's going to happen. Come back and tell me what happened, okay? Because that's your idol, and that's what we forget. That's what I'm saying. If you're really focused and worried about the narcissist healing and recovering, that's evidence that that's still your idol. That's still your idol. And I'm telling you, when you're so invested in it, you don't see it. But the gaslighting is going to be on point. The manipulation, hands down. Thank y'all for liking the video, tapping, sharing all the good stuff, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna be nosing y'all conversation, okay? Let me be nosing the conversation. Let me see what y'all going on. Let me see what y'all got going on in this conversation. Pretty girl, you all up in the conversation. Pretty girl, so happy to see you, my love. Like, for real, so happy to see you. Kamar says she grew up in the 80s. Take back your power in spiritual realm to deal with trauma bonding. I'm telling you, the trauma bonding is real, though, because we've experienced a lot of things, and a lot of parents back in those days, they really didn't give us those type of lovey-dovey affection kind of things. They didn't give us those things. Why is this thing freezing up again? Like, what's up with the hate? You know, what's up with this demonic hate? Like, yo, what's up with your hate? Is it really? It's freezing up again? Y'all, this is some real hate. Is this really freezing up? Well, it looks like it's going out pretty fine. It's not freezing up, right? Is this freezing up, y'all? Let me know. Just let me know in the chat really quickly so I can know if it's freezing up. Are we good? Are we good? Oh, it's good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Because what I'm seeing does not look like it's good. Because it looks like it's freezing up. It looks like it's freezing up. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's good? All right, let me keep going. If you guys start noticing that it's freezing or anything like that, please just let me know. You know, just please let me know. Oh, it's not frozen? Incredible. Like, I'll keep going because that's not how it looks on my end over here, y'all. It does not look like that. It looks choppy and frozen, but we're not even going to focus on that. And even the video replay looks horrible, y'all. But like I said, we're not going, see? What is this? Hold on, let me see this. What happened? Oh, it's saying that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. Like, oh, come on. You see, like I said, the stream status is poor. Oh my goodness, experiencing buffering. I know. Yeah, it just popped up with this error message across the screen. I'm telling you, the hate is real, y'all. Like, this is real. Let me open this up. Okay, what did I just do? Yeah, the hate is real. The hate is super real, y'all. Let me see. Where did the YouTube stream go? That is interesting. Okay. I don't know. This sucks, y'all. Your battery's low. Okay, let me plug in my battery, my charger. But this is, oh my goodness, this is not cool, y'all. Let me see if I can plug in this thing. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Oh, the charger is plugged in. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Can y'all hear me still? Because it's saying that this thing is, oh my goodness, I'm so concerned. Oh God. All right. It's fine. Let me see. Because maybe we probably just going to have to just, part to it on it's good. Well, let me keep going. Y'all just update me and let me know if something changed. Because I'm looking out here and it looks a bit frozen. So y'all know the vengeance of the narcissist. When the narcissists come back, they come back with a vengeance. Okay? You can hear me? Okay. Perfect. Let's go. Let's keep going. We're getting through this, okay? So whenever you stop, that's what I'm saying. Like, the narcissist wants you to stop talking to people, want to put you in isolation, okay? They want to make sure that you stop giving everybody that you used to give attention to. They want to take your attention. They want all the attention on them. And if they start to feel any bit of neglect, if they start to feel any bit of neglect, then they're going to punish you for it. You're going to have to pay for them feeling neglected or feeling abandoned, because that's why they want to control you. They're turning things up. So the punishment that you're going to face is that you don't have time for me. You don't want to spend any time with me. Oh, you're busy. Because remember, when the narcissist left, they were your idol. You were praising them, right? So think about it now, is that now that they're back, they want to assume back their position. While they were gone and you were getting your life together, this is the time where you were elevating yourself. Yeah, it's lagging on your side. Oh, but it looks like it's coming back now, though, because I'm thinking it's like a little bit behind. But now it looks like it's coming back. It looks like it's coming back, pretty girl. So give it a second. It's look like it's coming back up, because I see the movement. It's moving pretty good now on my end. So maybe it's coming back on pretty good. Yeah, it's probably a little bit delayed though, but just hang with it for a little bit. All right. And just comment, like I said, if you see it anytime, just give it a second and see if it's going to come back through. Okay. So remember when the narcissist was gone, you were doing some things, because remember, we said this in the beginning, they can feel when you're leveling up. They can feel when you're improving yourself. They can feel when you're changing, because now you've changed your circle. So your environment, the knowledge, the information that you're getting is way different, and they know these things. So during that time when they're away, you probably got into maybe some sports, some activities, some routine. You created a new routine because you started to rebuild your life. You probably started the gym membership. You probably started going golfing. You probably joined a club or something that you're utilizing your time. You're using your time to do something different. But then for them, now that they came back in your life, they want this isolation. They want you to stop doing these things and give them the time and attention. That's what they want to happen right in this moment, in this time period, for you to give them all your time and attention. They're going to start to sabotage things, okay? They're going to make sure that they sabotage your life, your relationship with other people, and your self-esteem. So they're going to make sure they're going to sabotage these things. So now they're going to tell you they want to spend time with you, and they're going to make you feel uncomfortable that you're spending too much time doing the things that you like to do and that you enjoy doing. They're going to make you feel guilty for doing these things because you're not paying them the time and attention that they want. So they're going to find ways to sabotage you, to torture you, and to make you feel guilty and to ruin relationships that you have with people. Because remember, the support group that you have during the time that the narcissist was away was helping you to heal. And that's what they saw, that you were healing, that you were doing better, and that you were recovering. So now they're going to sabotage that relationship. Now everything about that friendship circle, that environment that you have built is a negative to the relationship, because now everybody else is a problem and they got to get you back in isolation. So they're going to sabotage your relationship with everyone. They're going to ruin stuff and make it very uncomfortable for you with other people. But you don't see this in this moment. You don't see it during this time because you're focused on rebuilding back with the narcissist. So you're wanting to please them all over again. The same very things that you were doing, wanting to please them, seeking their approval, and wanting them to be accepted. You wanted them to accept you, basically. Bottom line, you wanted them to accept you, and you know they was treating you like crap. You already know these things, but now you're doing it at a level where you think that you're in control, and they're allowing you to do these things and watch how you do it. And they're watching you crumble because they see that you wanted to be with them. They can tell that you want the relationship and you don't want things to end. So they're holding on to you and watching you beg for them. They're watching you put in all the work to impress them, and they're not doing nothing more than mimicking you and mirroring you the whole time. Guess what's going to happen? The abuse intensifies. But you don't see it because it's all mental. You know, a lot of it is mental. A lot of the abuse is mental, so you don't really see it, and it increases. It intensifies, it increases, and it only gets worse. So think about the return of the narcissist. What is being returned to you? What are you getting for this return of the narcissist? What is it that you're getting when they decide to come into your life? Because guess what? They came back to destroy you this time around, okay? The next bullet point that I wrote down that I wanted us to talk about, they're very toxic, Alicia. They are very, very toxic. Yeah, they'll start to tell you, oh, you don't love me. You don't love me no more. They always reverse these things on you. Oh, you don't love me no more. You stop love me now. Oh, you find a new man, or oh, you find a new woman. You stop love me. You don't love me the same. They always find ways to twist the words to get you to say something. That's all gaslighting. That's all manipulative tactic that they use to get you to come back into the relationship with them. But I'm going to talk about a few reasons, a few signs that you should not let them back in, okay? When they return, you should not let them back in. Don't. Let that narcissist go. Let that bow-legged dragon, beat up head, whatever it is, woman or man, let that narcissist go, okay? Let them go. The love bombing, and they come back with this level of love bombing. So this is the first sign that you're going to see. They come back with the love bombing and the affection has increased. So they come with a lot of promises, big promises that girl, you know me drop a little bit of the Jamaican accent and bring it out from time to time, right? They come back with these big promises and the love bombing increases, right? The attention, the affection. Hey, listen, I'm telling you, if you thought before it was on 10, it's on 100 right now because they're amping this thing up to make sure that they get your attention. Oh, you going to get everything that you've ever wanted this time around. And now you really going to believe it because they're going to do it for a little bit longer because I told y'all before, it's more calculated and it's more strategic and it's well thought out and planned out because they sat there and listened to you for quite some time. Okay. So they already know all your weaknesses. They already, come on, look how much things we talked about since night. Look how much things we talked about since night. So if they know all of these things about you, you don't think that they got you figured out? You don't think that they're coming back for you with a vengeance? Come on, man. They didn't come to play this time around. The return of the narcissist is not to play. They didn't come to play. They came for your soul one way or the other. Make your pick. Choose which way you're going to go with them because they came back. Okay? Another one is the subtle guilt tripping. Pretty Girl said it a few minutes ago. When they start with the guilt trip and start to play the victim, so that's what they do. They start with these subtle little guilt tripping like, you don't love me no more? Oh, you don't love me no more? Oh, so you're just going to do that for you? So what about me? Oh, really? So you're just thinking about yourself? Oh, you real selfish. Oh, they going to make you feel guilty. They going to make you feel guilty. They're not going to try to help you to do things with you or for you, or they're going to run game on you. They're going to be the victim. Oh, nobody don't love me. That's one of the biggest game that they start to run. Oh, it looks like the connection came back up strong, y'all. That it looks like the connection because it came back with a message across the screen that the connection now is excellent. After we done struggle and go through this thing and struggle and decide we're not give up, we're not let go. You can't get rid of it so easy. You're going to hear it tonight. We're going to expose you and we're going to talk about it tonight. You're lucky. Deal with it. Deal with it. We gonna expose you. We gonna talk about all the little things that you came back to do that we know you gonna do. We already know these things. So we gonna talk about it, okay? You gonna come with these little soft, little subtle, little guilt trip type of stuff and make you feel guilty. Oh, nobody don't love me. Oh, I got you hard things in my lifetime and I've been struggling and I've been on my own for this long time. Oh my gosh. But you're there picking up all of these crumbs that they're dropping to make you feel guilty. You're picking up all of these crumbs and you're walking there picking it up. Oh, I love you. Oh, I want to be with you. Oh, I want to be there. I want them to you once, sir. Oh, you're so enough. Oh, you want things, sir? You want like you're a siren? Are you a siren? Are you the ambulance? You better chill. Want it. You want. Child, leave that narcissist alone. That's the one thing I can tell you. Leave that narcissist alone, okay? Because they're going to come back and make you feel guilty for everything. And now you know for sure that they had punished you before when they left that last time. So you don't want them to leave this time. So you're going to behave yourself like the nice little girl or the nice little boy that you are. That's how they feel about you, like you're a little boy or you're a little girl. You're disposable to them and you value them so much that you don't want them to leave. So when they came back, you're glad. You're like, my prayers have been answered. That's the foolish part of things that I be hearing all the time. Oh, my prayers have been answered and, you know, it's working out for me and I've been praying for the devil to stay beside me. So God gave me the devil, right? So when you was away from the narcissist and you spot all of these red flags and you saw all of these things and you knew that this person was really malicious and intentionally hurting you. So when they come back now, you're suddenly saying that God answered your prayers for what? For more torture? He's like, oh, she ain't learned the lesson. Let me give her some more. Or, oh, he didn't get it right this time. Let me give him some more lesson. Ha ha ha, this is how I feel. So forget about Jeremiah 29 verse 11, right? Where he said, I know the thoughts that I have for you to give you an expected end, thoughts to bring you good and not evil, right? Forget the fact that he said these things, but he answered your prayers for the narcissist to come back. Why don't you say that you want the narcissist to come back? Why don't you say that? Because that's not the God that I serve to send me back pain. No, I'm choosing the pain intentionally, okay? By me choosing to be with the narcissist, I'm choosing that type of pain. It's a selfish move. And that's why I said we're too selfish at times, and we're not thinking because we're in the moment, we're in the pain. We're not thinking about these things because we're so selfish. We want the recovery. We want the narcissist to change, but we want them to change for us. And that's the problem, because a narcissist would never forgive you for what they have done to you. Did y'all hear that? The narcissist will never forgive you for what they have done to you. Make it make sense. You see how it's never about you? You see how it's never about you? They're not going to forgive you. Oh, they torture you? They will never respect you. They will never look at you the same. They will never treat you right. They're never, ever going to treat you right. They do not respect you because you allow them to torture you. You kept coming back for more torture and you don't know your boundaries. You don't have no value, no respect for yourself. That narcissist would never respect you. They always look at you weak, and they look at you like a piece of crap. You hear me? They will never respect you. They can pretend, but they know too much about you to start valuing you. They know how weak you are. They know how weak you are to them. Hey, isn't she lovely? Hey, sis. Hey, gorgeous. I thought I saw a comment from Isn't She Lovely? I kind of glimpsed it in the corner of my eye. Hold on. I knew I saw something from Isn't She Lovely. Did I? Maybe I'm seeing things. Isn't She Lovely in here? I thought I saw something. Am I seeing things? I might be, right? Maybe I'm trying to call her in the room. Oh, I know listen, I know ain't nothing wrong with me. I know I glimpsed it. Like I just barely glimpsed it. Girl, you can't slip in here and not know that I see you. I sees you, okay, sis? You can't run up in here and not... Okay, you just came in. Like I glimpsed a comment from you, just like a slight glimpse. Shalom, sis. Shalom, shalom. They're never going to respect you. Okay? As a matter of fact, for the simple fact that they had to fake it and put on a show for you to impress you, to get you back, or you're going to pay for it. Oh, it's punishment time. Or they're turning up the heat. The punishment has just risen. You think the fire was hot before? Oh, baby. Get your warmer, your heater, your blanket, because this fire that's going to get turned up from that narc, for making them put it in work, for making them put it in effort, for them faking it and putting on a show to impress you. Oh, yeah. You're going to get it good. Oh, you're going to pay for this. So if you're sitting there waiting for the narcissist to come back to somehow start respecting you, hey, good luck. Good luck. Because you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Kamar says, I heard you loud and clear. Kamar said, I hear you loud and clear. Listen, Kamar, those who have ears, make them listen. You hear me, I tell you? You listen. They come back with a vengeance. They come back with a vengeance because you're still vulnerable. You still have more beating in you to receive. You know what I'm saying? Like you still have room to take more torture. You haven't had enough. And they see that you still believe in them. After all they have done to you, after all they have treated you, you still want more of that. When you take them back, you're telling them that they didn't torture you enough. They didn't abuse you enough. They didn't hurt you enough. And you're telling them that you want more. This is for educational purposes. We're educating, we're learning here. This is only for educational purposes only, okay? That's it. Just so you know, okay? This is what they're doing. They know that you have not given up yet. It's like you have some more fights in you. Can you imagine if you did commit this level of love and fight in you for the God that you serve? Can you imagine if you did stand firm and say, God, I'm standing on your word. I'm believing that you're going to recover me. I'm believing that you're going to restore me tenfold. And the partner that you have for me, I believe you will release him to me in divine time by divine rights. I truly believe that you're working in me and through me to recover me, to restore me, so that I don't break this man or woman that you're sending my way. So think about how many hurts you guys are dealing with right now. If God was supposed to bless you with a significant other, would you be ready to serve that person and be of servitude to them? Or you would feel as if that you used to serve the narcissist and they used to take advantage of this and they used to treat you poorly, so you feel uncomfortable to serve somebody else again because you're feeling like you're repeating things. See, those are signs of brokenness. Those are signs that you haven't healed yet. Those are signs that you haven't done the work yet. Those are signs that you got some work in you to do. That's some sign that the narcissist still has control over you. Okay? Those are obvious signs that you are not ready to take on something greater. You're still wrapped up and hooked up on the narcissist because you're still here sitting, believing and waiting for them to return. You ain't ready yet. You're not ready. You're not ready. Because if the narcissist could come back, if they can come back, they still got a hold on you. You're not ready yet. You don't, exactly. That's it. That's it. You don't have to chase what God has for you. You don't got to go chase nothing. Oh, he said you're acting like a you alone God love. The nerve. So you shouldn't be grateful. You shouldn't be grateful and appreciative and living this kind of thing. No, you shouldn't be. You know what they'll start to do in these early, when they just come back? They won't push up against your boundaries right away, okay? But you'll start to feel that sense of entitlement. Okay, you feel that entitlement, like it's almost like they'll stand back and watch you to see if you're gonna give them what's owed to them. So you're entitled to do these things. You find yourself over-explaining to them, reporting to them, and bowing to their demands. Those are some easy, quick tell signs that they came back, and these are signs that you should know that you shouldn't let them back in. Don't let them back in, because those are some quick tell signs, because they're going to show these things and they're going to expose themselves. So you want to make sure that you're staying clear of these nasty behaviors from the narcissist. Stay clear, okay? Stand clear, stand down. Okay, so I have one. I want to give some tips here, just maybe like 2 or 3 tips on how to break free for good, okay? How to break free for good. It's simple. It's not hard. If you want to take notes, you can. You can always watch this video on a replay. You already know that. But there's some simple ways. And I know sometimes you guys have tried it before. And sometimes you guys might have children with them. So you might do, you might be like, how am I going to go no contact with them? Because that's the one, right? That's the first one, right? You're like, how am I going to go no contact with them? And I have children with them. Well, there's ways how you could do that. You could do minimal contact, where you can even set up like a messaging group message thing, where there's ways how you guys can communicate through a messaging portal. I think it's called a parenting app, where you guys can communicate and share parenting information there. There's like a calendar that you guys share amongst yourself, and you'll be able to put events and schedule things and pick up dates and who's going to be picking up and grandma this and grand auntie that. You can invite how many people you want to. I think it's on one of these stores, these Apple stores or something. Like you could get like a parenting chat or a parenting calendar app or something like that. So all the communication is in there. So they don't have, you know, exclusive access to you, you know, and they're going to do little small things inside that group chat to get your attention. Let's be honest. That's just what they do. But when you do that, they don't like these things. They don't like boundaries. They don't like to follow rules. They don't like discipline. So when you put them in a position like that, because I understand you have children with them and you still need to communicate, right? So you got to figure out a way how to do it where it's not personal and they're not directly connected to you. Those are some ways that you'll be able to do it. But for those of you guys who do not have children with a narcissist and does not need to have immediate contact with the narcissist, please, I'm asking you, no contact. No, that's it. That's the first one, okay? No contact. That's very crucial to your healing. It's very crucial to your recovery. They're going to push up against your boundaries and they're going to want to let you know how they're doing, how their progress is going, and how they're improving their life because they want you. That's hope, okay? That's future faking it. That's hope. They want you to know how they're doing, how things are going, because they want you to stay in the know and they want you to still be hopeful. Don't go too far, stay close by. So they want to keep a tight leash on you. So by them reporting to you their progress and stuff, they're keeping a leash on you because that's showing that you're still interested. You might not think you are, but that's not how a narcissist interpret things. Remember, they interpret things for their needs. It's for their gain. Everything that a narcissist is doing is for them. It's not for you, okay? It's for their gain, for their benefit. It has nothing to do with you. You're never going to be the beneficiary for anything when it comes to the narcissist. Remember that. Kamar, I don't even want to talk about watching the children because I think I spoke about it on Saturday or something like that, okay? Because this man tried to molest my daughter, okay? His daughter, okay? So listen, like I said, we go and discuss that some other time. We could go into all them details and stuff like that. But baby, hey, y'all wouldn't be talking to me here, okay? Y'all would not be talking to me here because okay, you would have not been talking to me here. But I'm going to be nice. I'm gonna be nice, okay? Okay. Hey, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. But we definitely got stuff to talk about. You know, protect your children, for sure. No, all jokes aside, y'all, protect your children, okay? These monsters are serious. They're real, okay? Protect your children. Protect them, okay? It's important. So the first one, you know, we're going to talk about this as we gear up to, you know, kind of head out. So the first thing that you want to do is go no contact. Okay. And remember, guys, ask your questions. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to drop them in as we gear up towards the ending of our show. Right. So the first thing you want to do is go no contact. That's the first thing you want to do. No contact. Okay. The second thing you can do is do this that we're doing, okay? Start to heal emotionally and mentally, okay? So start focusing inward on your feelings. Start to do therapy with yourself, you know, start to take moments and time for yourself to find yourself, okay? Mentally, you need to start clearing your head and unlearning a lot of these things because gaslighting is really something that's going to take some time for you to heal from. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and the work is really serious because you will sit there and be closed up with all those thoughts, all those emotions, how they treated you, okay? Thank you guys so much for your kind words. Fazia, you've been quiet all night, sis. You must have been listening. Oh my God, Fazia. Oh my God. I appreciate you, sis. So please, you know, try to work on yourself. Really try to better yourself and stay away from that narcissist while you get through this process. And it's hard to heal in the same place that you were hurt. So if you were hurt in a particular place, staying there and trying to heal in that particular place is hard. Okay. It's not easy to heal in a place where you were hurt. Got to cut ties with this narcissist. You know, you got to prioritize yourself. You got to put yourself first. You got to cut ties with this narcissist. You really have to protect yourself mentally. You know, that's going to be the third and final thing that I want to talk about is protect yourself spiritually, emotionally, psychologically. Like you want to protect these things because you realize how valuable, after you've lost your mind with the narcissist, you start to realize how valuable it is. You know, you really start to realize that your mental space, You know, when people are gaslighting you and telling you things and hurting you, you start to protect these things. So you start to change your valuables in life. You start to value different things. You start to value when people respect your space, respect your boundaries. You start to value those things better. And now that's what's going to help you to make healthier choices and better choices choosing a partner the next time around, because clearly you didn't have these knowledge, you didn't have this wisdom, you didn't have this much experience to know what to look for, what are warning signs, what are red flags that you're not interested in going forward. So you want to learn these things about yourself. And not everyone, because people are going to trigger you. Let's be honest. A person is going to trigger you, but it doesn't make them a narcissist because they have similar traits and patterns, because a lot of us have narcissistic traits. We all have narcissistic traits, okay? But to what extent, to what degree that you have these traits? So we all have traits of narcissism in us. We all do, okay? But to what extent? Some people you have to have a certain amount, probably like, I think 8 or more characteristics or traits of a narcissist to be considered a narcissist. Hey, listen, I'm still in school. I didn't get my degree yet, so maybe I'm not qualified to say these things. Whatever. But seriously speaking though, you definitely want to make sure that you're focusing on your health, your mental health. That's super important, because narcissistic game is mental games, it's psychological games. They're playing games with your mind. So they're rewiring your mind for you to think a certain way, for you to, you know, your outlook would be negative because they're negative. So you're taking shape of them. You're taking on their identity. You're taking them on, or you're losing yourself because they're pulling your energy and sucking you dry. So a lot of times when you see these things happening, you want to unlearn these things. So you have to take time to unlearn these behaviors and start to restore yourself and get yourself back together. Apply logics, right? Isn't she lovely? Says, don't allow your emotions to lead you. Apply logic, right? So once you start, because I know the healing phase is a bit challenging and it's a scary place to be in. You're raw, you're vulnerable, and you're really facing all of these things that you've gone through. You're facing all of these hurt and pain and childhood trauma and stuff like that. You're really facing these things, and it's a vulnerable place to be in, and it's very hurtful. It's very painful. You start to think about how they really hurt you and how far your hurt and your pain really stems back. You start to really walk it back, and it's a hurtful place to be in. But once you really sit down and do that deep shadow work, that real, you know, the work on yourself, like pull back the layers and stop pretending to be somebody that you're not. When you start to really do these work, you're going to realize that you're becoming way better than you can imagine. You're becoming a better version of yourself, and you're building your power. You're getting back your superpower. You're gaining back control over your life. And that's when you're going to start to find yourself being on the other side of things, right? That's what's going to take some time. That's what's going to take some time. You're going to start to realize that you're getting back on the other side of things. And I'm just letting you guys know, hey, you're not crazy, okay? Hey, you're not. You're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. Someone was hurting you intentionally to make you feel like you're crazy, gaslighting you for you to second guess yourself, for you to doubt your reality. I'm here to tell you you're not crazy, okay? You're not. Trust me. I used to feel crazy too. I used to feel like I was losing my mind. I felt like I was doing everything wrong until I realized that I'll never be good enough for the wrong person. Yeah. That's something I had to remind myself. Like I'll never be good enough for the wrong person, because the goalposts keep moving, right? So if we're supposed to score here, they move the goalpost. So it seems like you keep missing every time. It just seems like you're coming up short. It just seems like you can't do nothing right. But if the person keeps moving the goalposts, changing the requirements constantly, you're being gaslit, and you're going to lose your mind and your sanity over time, because it doesn't make sense. You're trying to make sense because you're lining up the ball, right? To shoot, to aim, to score into the goal. But then the goal is not there. The goal post is behind you. And you're like, wait, what? So the whole time you're thinking you line up this ball to go straight, and you're realizing that the goal post was behind you. That's because they move it. So that's what a narcissist does to your mind, is play these tricks on you to make you second guess yourself. Like, wait, what? I know the goalpost was right there, and you're starting to think, am I crazy for lining up the goalpost and turning my back to the goal behind me? Like, so those are the things that you're doing, and it's constantly hammering you and doing these things constantly. Think about repetition. That's how we learn things, through repetition. It keeps happening. So every time they do these little games and change the goalposts and move things around for you to shuffle and second guess yourself, it's causing psychological damage. It's causing mental damage. That's why those things are very important when you start to heal. That's why those things are very important when you start to take care of yourself. I'll encourage you guys to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to go through this. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to face these things, to give the narcissist all that free reign over you to hurt you. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for going through this experience. Forgive yourself for really not knowing who you are. Forgive yourself for trusting someone who took advantage of you. Forgive yourself. It's okay. And forgive them and let them go. You know? Forgive them and let them go. Over time, we'll start to go into, how to recover from narcissistic abuse, and we'll go into more of that stuff. I'm putting something together for you guys. I think you're going to love it. It's a workbook that's going to help you through the recovery process and how to get through it. Really, I know we meet here like this and we talk about this, but I want to provide you with something so that you can have a workbook to help you through these processes and to do some activities that would help you to overcome or combat these type of emotions and stuff like that. So I'm working diligently on something and putting it together. And I feel like it would be something very beneficial for us because we know what narcissistic abuse is. We know what it looks like, and recovering from it is no joke. Restoring your life after going through narcissistic abuse is really no joke, okay? It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort, but it's possible, y'all. That's the one thing I could tell you, that healing from narcissistic abuse is very possible. Trying to date again or interact with other people is going to be a little challenging. It's going to be a little uncomfortable. I promise you that. It's going to be a little bit scary because you're like, I don't want to trust anybody again. Like, how do I trust this time? Like, what do I do? And you're going to have all these questions, and you're going to be scared, and you're going to be concerned. But you got to trust God in the process, regardless of how you might feel or how it might look. You definitely want to trust God in the process. Tonight's topic was, we almost didn't go live tonight because we was getting so much of a fight. Like, what? Y'all see what we was going to talk about tonight? Y'all see how the enemy was trying to hate for us to not talk about this? Well, we know when you return what you come to do, so we're going to expose you, and that's just it. You could be mad if you want to. I'm not going to be your favorite fan, and I'm not going to be your most liked person, and you're going to be mad at me, and you're going to send hate to my channel, and I know what you're going to do, but I'm equipped. I'm prepared and I'm ready for it. So bring it, Clearly, if we weren't doing something good, we would not get such a fight, right? If we were doing exactly what the enemy wants us to do, we wouldn't get challenged. We wouldn't get any fight. So think about every time when you try to break away from this narcissist and they keep coming back. Hold up. This just dawned on me, okay? So if you're so much not a good person, remember, they'll tell you that you're no good, okay? You're no good. Nobody's going to want you, okay? You're a piece of, and nobody wants you, okay? They talk so nasty and negative about you that nobody's going to want you. Then why are they coming back? Make it make sense. Why are they coming back? For what? You said nobody going to want me. So is you that nobody? Is you that nobody? Because you coming back. But that's the thing. When they brainwash you, gaslight you, tell you all of these foolery, and then come back and confuse you, you're in a state of confusion. Okay? But that's to keep you under control, to think that they came back for you. They feel sorry for you and they're doing you a favor. What favor could a narcissist do when they don't have emotions? They don't feel. They're not empathetic. They don't go through these things that you go through. That's why they're envious of you, because you're able to feel. They don't have that. They don't have that empathy. That you see how you care for people. They want to break off your connection and your communication. They want to put you in isolation because that's how they're able to control you. It's through isolation. So they don't want you to do these things because that's who you are naturally. So they want you to turn from your true self to be more like them, heartless and cold. But you're uncomfortable and you're fighting back the whole time because you're uncomfortable being somebody that you're not. But make it make sense. Why would they return? If you're no good, right? Why would the narcissist return? If you're so much a no good person, why did they come back? What did you come back for? What did you come back for then? If you're so good and better off without me, why did you return? What did you come back for? For the no good person? For the no good person. This is who you came back for. The person you said was no good. The person you disrespected. The person you dumped. Oh, so the supply that you dumped me for is not as good as me. Oh, they're not a grade A supply. They're not an emotional punching bag. Okay. So you need me back. You need back the supply that you dumped, that you didn't think that you was going to need the supply. So you see what they do? Tell you that you're no good, but then come back wanting the thing that they said that's no good. Make it make sense. Somebody help me to make it make sense, because they just told you that they don't want you. You're no good. You're a piece of this. You're nothing. You're worth nothing. And they lower you down so bad and dogged you out and dumped you. And that's why they do these things, to leave you open. Okay. They never close the door. They never close the chapter, because they want to leave that door open, because they're returning. They're going to be coming back. But you want to be prepared for this return, because it's happening. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But you have to see the warning signs that we spoke about earlier. You got to see the red flags. You got to see the things that's happening, so you know not to fall for their tricks, okay? Let a narcissist go. Let them go. Let them go be by themselves. Let them do their thing. It ain't your business no more. Let them go. They only come back to hurt you, because they need your supply. They need your emotions, and they know that they already have ties with you. They already know that you're weak to them. They already know that it's an easy win back. Like, this is not a hard one. But the effort and energy that they're going to have to put in it for another supply. Yeah. It's going to take a lot of work, time, and effort. They don't have that time. They want to get something quick and fast, and you're the quickest, easiest supply right now for them. So they're coming right back. So when that narcissist returns, stand on business. No contact. Immediately, no contact. Let them go. Let them go on about their business, okay? It's a waste of your time, sis. It's a waste of your time, bruh. I'm just saying. It's a waste of your time.
It's a waste of your time, bro. You don't need that type of energy in your life.
Right? You don't need that type of energy in your life. It's a waste of your time. Come on. Don't give me toys, y'all. Y'all see how don't give me toys, okay? Don't give me toys, okay? This is how I handle myself. Do I have any questions in the comments section before I wrap up out of here? Any questions? The girl, you hear? Yes, isn't she lovely? The scripture would tell you. Let me see if I could pin this comment right here. Let me see if I could pin this one. Isn't she lovely says, the narcissist isn't even human. It says it in the scripture that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers, principalities, rulers of the darkness in what high places. So you're not even wrestling with something human like. You're in a spiritual warfare. You're in a spiritual battle. So when these things are happening spiritually, they only manifest in the natural, okay? So what you see happening in the natural is because it already happened in the spiritual realm of things, okay? Listen, these narcissists ain't something to play with, okay? Oh, wait, Saturday? Oh my goodness. So Saturday's the day after Valentine's Day. It's like, so we're doing the show after Valentine's Day. Oh my goodness. I guess I could talk about them not posting their Valentine lover or dumping you to go with the new supply. It's so many angles to take this narcissistic thing for Valentine's Day. But it's like Valentine's is coming. The Hoover is up. Oh my goodness. One of my clients is being hoovered right now during the Valentine's Day. And I'm like, You gotta see this, love. You gotta see that you're being hoovered, but you know, I'm always gonna be the bad one. I'm always gonna be the bad apple, unfortunately. This is just what it is, and I'm pretty used to this by now. So I don't take none of these things personal. I get it, I understand it too well. They are coming, they are coming, they are coming. Valentine's Day, oh, you better be in for a surprise. Knock, knock. Who's there? Narc 1, Narc 2, Narc 3. Pick one. Pick a narc. Pick a narc. Okay? But they are coming. Okay? They're coming. But that's the easy. You know what, Danielle? You said that so simple that they never made the day special. If they need to hoover you back in, they will. They know what you want. They know exactly. And that's why they withhold these things from you, because it's control. They withhold affection, gifts, times, everything. They withhold these things from you to gain control, because it leaves you in a position yearning for more. So they give you some things and then they pull it back from you. So they gain control over you that way. Unfortunately, it sucks dirt. It sucks dirt, but that's just how they gain control. Holding on to stuff, giving you stuff at first, and then they take it back from you. So what that does, it creates codependency, dependency, basically, not codependent, but dependency, because you're dependent on it. And then it also leaves you in a space of uncertainty. So you're uncertain when this is ever going to happen again. So you're holding on to hope. So they're crucial in what they do. Okay. They're very crucial in what they do. So they give you stuff, create that dependency. So now you're dependent on that thing, and then you're hopeful. So you have that yearning for whatever you think that they're going to give you. Go ahead, Alicia. So I guess we got one question coming in. Go ahead. I'll give you some time to type it up and get your question in, and then I'll be wrapping up and getting out of here, y'all. I'm so happy I get to rest up a little bit, go to the gym. School is out since last Friday, so I'm taking a little break off of school right now. Like, your girl needs a break, okay? So Alicia, while Alicia's getting ready for her comments, I just want to tell you guys again, thank you so much for joining the live tonight. I definitely appreciate it. Like I said, we had a rough start. So probably in the beginning of the video, it's probably a little, listen, this video is just going to go out like this. It is what it is. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me and for tapping the like button, for hitting the like button, and even for sharing and just being here, giving me your time. Your time is incredible, and I appreciate every moment of it. I can't tell you thank you enough. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Listen, you guys make this channel what it is, Thank you. Thank you. I know I could come on here and sit and yap away, but just being interactive with you guys, and we're doing this together and having this conversation is pretty incredible. I absolutely love it, and I appreciate you guys just being here with me tonight. Any questions? Alicia, are you coming through with a question, or you're just letting everybody know, hey, drop your question and let me know. So it's 10:19 p.m. right now. And about 10:20, we're going to be wrapping this up if I don't get a question by then. So I'm thinking that we learned a lot tonight. We got a lot of information. We understand what it's like when a narcissist returns. Very clear, very direct. Information was spot on because they're calculated. They're textbook, okay? Ain't nobody falling for the foolery no more. So let's just get past the games that they play. All right, so I have a question in tonight, and tonight's question is coming from Alicia. Hey, Alicia, thank you for your question, my love. She says, as the light I might be reading this a little bit. Okay, sorry. As the light, are we the only ones? Oh, as the light. Oh, okay. All right. I wasn't sure where we was going with this. Okay. So as the light, are we the only ones who are experiencing the spiritual battle and not their own supplies? Or are they too from the light? So nobody is off limits when it comes to the narcissist. Okay. So supply is supply for them. And that's why I said, even when you think you're giving them a one-word answer, and whatever you do is considered supply. Your energy, your time is what the narcissists need. They need your supply. So even if it's negative supply, it's supply to the narcissist. And there, remember too, right? Before you got to this side where you got the knowledge and the understanding and you started to become that light, right? So before you started to become and to brighten your light to shine brighter, you were also lacking boundaries. You were once in that position where you didn't know your self-worth, you didn't understand your value. So you were a great supply for the narcissist because opposites. So that you guys are opposite of each other. So they came to you for what they don't have, and you saw in them things that you wanted about yourself. So they came to you to give you that fake, but it's only because it's fake, you know? So they were giving you that love, that affection, that attention that you didn't have. So they were supplying you with something, but they saw the light in you that you didn't know that was there, right? So your light wasn't so bright for you to shine the way how you're shining in your light, but they already saw the light, but you just didn't see it to expand on it. Your boundaries were low, so they came in and play with you until you were able to recover out of that. So it's supply for a narcissist, okay? So the people that they're with, a lot of times are in the same position that you once were in, where they lack boundaries, they don't know their self-worth, they don't understand who they are, they don't have any values. So the narcissist gets to play with them for a period of time until they're able to recover, like you did the same too. So I'm hoping I was able to answer your question, because when we start to get enlightened and you know, understand and start to get that awakening after the games get played out, and we're forced now to run to Christ, you know, we're forced to seek his face, to seek, you know, the kingdom. And now it's like, once we start to see these things, you cannot unsee it anymore. You can't. And truth exposes the darkness and the lies, okay? So the truth shall set you free. And the more you start living in your truth, you will expose the lies and the demons and the darkness and the narcissist. Y'all both cannot be in the same place. So, yeah. Yeah. So once you understand that about yourself, like your light was dim before, okay? Now that you've broken away from the narcissist, your lights are shining brighter. You're considered supply no matter what it is. Even if it's positive supply or negative supply, you're still considered a supply. A narcissist would get supply from anyone, a child if they have to. They're disgusting like that, okay? The same sex if they have to, they're disgusting like that, okay? And if it's negative attention, positive attention, they cheat for any little thing. So think about that. That's what a narcissist do. They're very selfish and self-centered. Any supply is supply for them. Any supply is supply for them. So I'm hoping I was able to answer your question. Guys, let's come back on Saturday, because we're going to talk about some Valentine's trauma, okay? Or some Valentine's experiences. But I wish if the show was before Valentine's Day, but it's on Saturday. I mean, I don't have school Friday, so maybe I could come on, but I don't want to create confusion for you guys. I want to be consistent and keep the time so that you guys can do things that you normally do, hang out, have fun, do your thing, and we just get back here on Saturday night. So I think that would be a good thing. So let me not confuse you guys, but it would have been good to find out what's going on with these narcissists, because we already know the games that they're going to be playing, you know? Gonna start up an argument the day before Valentine's Day, I was gonna say the day before Narcissistic Day. I'm sorry. The day before Valentine's Day, they're gonna strike up an argument and start some mess. But listen, y'all, we'll meet back right here Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys have an outstanding night. Good night, Fawzia. Good night, Alicia. Danielle, have a wonderful night. Isn't she lovely? Have a great night. And let me see if Kamar, are you still in here? Have a beautiful night, my love. Be blessed, be blessed, be blessed. And I know we have a room full of people that probably just do not want to be identified. So you guys are hanging out in the room, and that's okay. Have a wonderful night. And I'm so grateful that you decided to hang out tonight and to be here. Take care of you guys' self. Be blessed. Listen, buy yourself a rose. Do whatever you want to do, you know. You don't have to have a Valentine to celebrate it if you choose to, you know. I don't get caught up in all these holidays and stuff like that. I really don't. So, I ain't worrying about it. But you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Love you guys so, so much. Again, thank you for your time and be blessed, y'all. Listen, don't hesitate to cook up questions. You can send me messages, DMs, anything. Okay. Your girl will be more than happy to answer them for you. Have a blessed night, y'all. Night, 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 night. See you guys back Saturday night, okay? Saturday night, we're going to have this discussion. Let's talk Saturday.